What's up, YouTube? Hey, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a few months since my last video, probably almost a year. Anyways, I'm going to go right into this one. I'm not even going to try to edit it, just like the thumbnail and the title says. Yes, my account was hacked. Luckily, nothing major happened. So, basically, last Sunday, about a week ago, August 19th, I usually on Sundays, if I do an Uber, I start about 4 in the morning, do a couple of hours, I'm done. Last Sunday, I started at 3 in the morning. I had an airport reservation, really good trip. After the trip was over just before 4 o'clock in the morning. If you've been doing Uber for a while, you know that any money that you have left on your wallet from going from Sunday till Monday, any money that's in there before 4 o'clock, it gets processed as a weekly payment, which I rarely ever leave any money in there because of that reason. I don't want that to take a couple of days, and I just don't trust the process. Finish the day, finish the first trip on Sunday. It was about $59, $59 left in there because of that trip that I did. And I said, well, whatever. I tried to cash out, couldn't cash out, and I figure not a big deal. It'll be there on Tuesday on my account. Here comes Tuesday, money's not there. I'm like, hey, let's give it another day. Long story short, Thursday morning, money wasn't on the account. I go ahead, call customer support. Which, by the way, they keep making it harder to get somebody on the phone. The girl that comes on the phone, supposedly from the payments department, as she was on the phone, I'm looking at my account and I noticed that the section where you put your banking info for the instant payment was untouched. They didn't even touch any of that. But then I noticed that the side of my account that has the info for the weekly payments, that has info in there that's not related to me at all. It's not even an old account. It's not me at all. I go ahead, take screenshots of my phone screen where I could see the last two of the account. As you all know, the Uber app covers the entire account number, only leaves the two last numbers rebuilt. Routing number, they didn't touch my name at all, but they went ahead and used, obviously, I know the address is even out of state. I'm in California. The address, I believe, it might have been Georgia or something like that. I go ahead, told the girl that's on the phone, hey, this is what I noticed. Obviously, this wasn't me. And I let her know my concerns. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys tell me that nobody can change the account info, which I'm concerned about because supposedly I'm the only one that can access the account. According to this girl, says, hey, that's very strange because nobody else can access the account but you. At the same time, I go ahead and tell her, hey, what's even weirder, it's just that I'm talking to you, I'm looking at my emails really quick, and I don't see no warning from you guys, at least letting me know, hey, you went ahead and made the change in the account. Was this you or not? Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, long story short, supposedly she goes ahead, submit all the info that needs to be submitted to a specialized team. My previous experience with Uber support, whenever they said specialized team, that's when I started getting pissed off because I sometimes doubt that there is such a team at all. Anyways, I submitted screenshots and she tells me, wait, you're going to get a response through the Uber app. There's no way you're going to get somebody from that team on the phone. Hang up. 2 hours later, I get a response basically saying, oh, nah, we looked at your account, we didn't see anything. Go ahead, reset your password, and we added an extra step of security. That's all we're going to do. I get back on the phone. This is already like midday. Get a hold of somebody again, pretty much tell them the whole story again. Now, one thing that I want to mention, from the minute I called the first time till the first update, I think it might have been like $100 something in my account. I went ahead and tried to cash out. Couldn't cash out. That's one thing that I noticed about a year and a half ago or a year ago. Last time I did anything in my account myself, when you change any banking info, at least it happened to me, is that your ability to cash out right away, it gets blocked for like a couple of hours or so. Anyways, I noticed that I couldn't cash out. I get on the phone again. Next time the person that comes in from the payments department, I asked him, hey, look, I have this situation. I need help with that. But aside from that, please help me unblock my instant cash out. Couldn't do it. Moving on to the other situation. This is the third time already. On the first day, on Thursday, I finally, the third time, Thursday at the end of the day, I finally get a hold of another girl that is showing some sense of urgency. Gets all my info. Before she goes to the part where she's about to, I already know how the whole thing goes. When she's about to tell me that she's going to forward, I stopped her right there and I told her, look, I know that you have the ability to go and look at my chat window. Please go in there and look at the process of this whole thing. Every time I go ahead and somebody escalated before you, my account's about to get reset again. I won't be able to cash out because of what I just told you. You're not even able to help me out, which is kind of weird because, again, in the past, though, I've had that happen about a year ago, and somebody on the payments department was able to go ahead and reset it again. Well, whatever. For whatever reason, she couldn't do it. Girl tells me that there's no way that she can skip submitting the info to the specialized team. And I get to a point where I'm like, hey, so what about a supervisor? She goes ahead, puts me with a supervisor. Supervisor, again, looks at everything and says, look, I have only a certain amount of access to your account. I can see your conversation. I know it's frustrating, but at this point, I'm going to hit a wall. There's nothing else I can do but to submit it to this specialized team. They're going to reach out to you through the Uber app. I had to go to the mystery of explaining this gentleman that was being very nice. Listen, please, though. You're going to reset the entire process again if you submit it to whatever team that is. And I had to explain to the gentleman again, you will reset my ability to do instant payments. Anyways, the gentleman says, you know what? Let me at least till the situation gets resolved, let me give you a $25 courtesy credit just for the inconvenience. Now, one thing to remember is throughout this whole process, these three different people at some point told me we usually don't put any money back, which kind of upset me, got me even more pissed off because I'm like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that if I prove, which I already have proved, that somebody got into my account, that you guys don't acknowledge that somebody that wasn't me got the money and you don't refund me for the whole amount? What if this was an entire paycheck? According to them, that never happens. But since it was a small amount, we're going to try and help me out. I hang up the phone. Friday morning comes, and I woke up to a message that's the same thing. Pretty much telling me, we looked into your account, and we noticed, yes, that the suspicious activity. You already know. Reset everything, which I didn't do because I know what was going to happen. I get back on the phone on Friday, get a hold of somebody. These person, pretty much same thing. At this point, I asked for the supervisor again. I told the first girl not to submit any info at all again because he will reset the process. She acknowledged it. But guess what? She does it again. Get a hold of another supervisor. Supervisor again shows some kind of like a sense of urgency, being very nice. On this one, I kind of flipped on him. And I told them the same again. I mean, come on, guys. You guys claim to be a technology company, and your system is so screwed up that you cannot solve a simple problem. At this point, I tell this guy, please, put me on hold for whatever, as long as you need to. Look at my chat conversation again, and you can tell that I already submitted screenshots. This account has nothing to do with me. I don't have the abilities that your supposed specialized team have, and I can go on Google and just put in that routing number, and I can tell there's a bank that's not even related to me at all. I cannot understand why such a simple, at least it's simple to me. Like, I've been on the back end before. I've done that kind of work before. I've Not even going to get into details, but I sort of know the process. And believe me when I tell you, that process is very similar from one company to the other. Long story short, it is what? Today's the 27th, Tuesday. Nobody has reached out to me. Because again, like I was saying, the last person I spoke with on Friday, I cut him off and I told him, we're well beyond all this stuff that you're asking me. The entire time also, they keep saying, oh, you're the only one I can access the account. This is very suspicious. I'm like, I've already proved to you guys. They kept going back to that. That made me think. And I'm not saying these to piss people off or on the video, or you watching the video or whatever. But at this point, I believe there has to be some of these scumbag employees that don't care about any of us and have access to the account. Because the one thing that I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the one thing that keeps, kind of bugging me a little bit is that the last time I made a change to my account, which it was a while ago, over a year ago, I got warnings right away. And the first time there was a change, though, it was a couple of emails from Uber, and my ability to cash out on instant deposits was taken away. That happened because I made a change. Why didn't happen this time? Not only that, they didn't change my instant deposits. They took the time to look at all my transactions, which I know, again, it's not a big deal. Anybody that getting access to your account can look at pretty much everything. They took the time to look at all my activity, and they saw that I barely leave any money in there. They figured if we change the instant side, he's going to notice right away. Let's go ahead and change the weekly deposit info. I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid or what, but I have a strong feeling that has to be somebody from the inside. And add to that the fact that all these guys, when I got to certain limits to some of the supervisors, they kept saying, this is weird because only you can change it. If you already got proof that this is not me, just go along with, hey, look, we did what we had to do. It's not you. Let's go ahead and get your money gone. Anyways, this last guy that I spoke with, same thing, couldn't do anything. Today, Monday, was my last conversation with another supervisor. And this one guy was almost trying to go back to like giving me another $25 as a courtesy for the inconvenience and all. I didn't take the $25. Some of you probably would have said, hey, yeah, fuck, I'll take another 25. I told this guy, look, what you guys are doing, it does not make, let me explain something to you. If the money that I'm asking to be refunded, it's $79 in change. You guys have the ability to put a certain amount of credit to my account as a courtesy thing. Now you're giving me another $25. That's $50. If I call again 2 days from now, that's going to be another $25. Eventually, I'm going to get more money than the amount that I'm at. Isn't it easier to just go ahead and make not an exception, because it's not an exception. This is something that I'm pretty sure it happens a lot. Isn't it easier to just go ahead, look at what we have so far, which is enough for me to prove you guys that's not me, and go ahead and issue a credit for that amount? Or at least a temporary credit to my account, and send us some kind of warning saying, hey, we're investigating. If we see that this wasn't, that, we see evidence of other something else being the case, we'll take that money back. No, it does not make any sense at all. So, as of today, August 27th, Tuesday, I haven't got nothing. Now, through the chat window, throughout the weekend, I did get a response from somebody that I'm pretty sure is not an AI, it's not a robot anymore. I'm pretty sure it's somebody that's actually looking into my account. The problem with that person, though, and I brought this out to two of the supervisors I spoke with, the problem with this person is obviously they're out of the country. I'm in California, West Coast time. They're somewhere else, as we all know. They respond at 1 a.m. And I'm not going to be awake all night just waiting for a response so we can get an actual live conversation so they can help me out. I'm trying not to touch the shop window because I was told by the supervisor this morning, don't touch the shop window. Leave it as is. Wait for another response, because if I touch anything, it's going to reset everything again, which is just a miserable situation to be in on. Again, sorry that the video went a little longer than usual. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of the misery that you have to go through even after you prove that it was not you. And if you're like me, that you cash out at least every Sunday, you make sure there's some money in there. Please do yourself a favor. Every now and then, I thought this never happened to you before. Maybe you've been driving longer than me. I've been with the platform maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that. Just check every now and then. Check, you're gonna save yourself a lot of trouble. And if you do bring this up to Uber, expect to go through the misery that I've been going through. To me, it's just infuriating that they have no way of solving the issue right away when you provide it. Listen, I know there's a lot of drivers and a lot of people that try to log in and scam the system. But come on, I mean, there has to be an easier way to do this after you submitted all the proof and everything. And again, I'm at this point, I believe that every now and then, I'm not saying all of them, but there has to be a couple of bad apples among all the employees, and I'm pretty sure there's somebody that has access to the account. For them to make a change and me not have any warning streak at all, there has to be somebody on the inside doing these. So, sorry for the long rant. Again, I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to upload it as is. I'm so pissed off about these though. And it's only a small amount of money, but the fact that they cannot fix the problem right away, it pisses me off. We're not talking about a company that started 2 months ago. This is not no small company. This is a big operation. A supposed tech company. If you made it far into the video, thanks a lot for listening to this whole situation. Let me know in the comment section if you ever had a similar interaction with Uber. Let me know if you ever had to go through the mystery of something similar. What was the outcome? Or if anything you want to let me know that's related to an issue like this. Again, maybe a similar experience. Let me know in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one.